Colorado 3-1 plus 21.5 at home against USC, who's 4-0. Also, Travis Hunter, the most dynamic talent maybe in college football, is still out with a lacerated liver. Is that what it is? Colorado has never beat USC, who is 16-0 all time in the series, and the closest game was in 2015 when it was decided by 3. Shiloh Sanders and Jerry Rice's son are playing this weekend, nearly 25 years after Dion and Jerry first met, which is a pretty cool little nugget. We got to talk a little bit about the viewership numbers from last week, but also this is a very good reminder for you to read the Oregon-Colorado viewership takeaways in the newsletter. Jana Bardall broke down the game's numbers as well as other ratings and viewership numbers in the Until Saturday newsletter. Again, the link to that is in the description on the YouTube and also in the description of your podcast. Go get signed up. You don't have to be subscribed to The Athletic to read it, and you get your daily fix of college football right to your inbox. All right, guys. So what do we think about this game? Dave, are you going?
I am going. Try to hold your shock.
This guy's got more freaking airline miles than what's the dude, the very famous actor from Up in the Air?
George Clooney. Yeah.
Yeah, you're George Clooney.
I'm leaving for Denver in the morning. This is I think, speaking of being radicalized, I think USC might be the third best team in the Pac-12. I think I'm there. Now. USC doesn't look like enough of a complete team. And that's not even really just an Arizona State thing from last week, an Arizona State team that had been in dire straits before they played there. I just think Washington and Oregon, we'll see about their defense, but that is the best offense in the country. Rome Odunze, like, people are sleeping on him. People know about Michael Penix, but he's got some unbelievable receivers as well. Oregon, people don't understand how good their defense is, but USC, the offense kind of gets in some weird spots where they just aren't looking right at time from time, and they can score 28 in a hurry on you. And I think they'll do that to Colorado, but I don't trust the defense. And I think I think Colorado will find that it's a lot easier to move the ball against USC's defense than Oregon's defense. I think I was already kind of on Oregon's defense, but now, having watched them and the lack of hope that they gave Colorado, I think it's going to be smooth sailing. And I think people are undervaluing Colorado after last week. I don't know how likely it is that they win this ball game, but 21.5 for that defense against an offense that still has a ton of talents. And those receivers are not easy to tackle. Jimmy Horn, we'll see if Xavier Weaver's okay. We haven't had much of an update on him. But Colorado's a better team, than Arizona State, with obviously a much better team or a much better QB. So I'm going to go Colorado. It's more a bet against USC's defense because that's 4 scores. That's a lot.
Is it that much?
Well, 21.5. Yeah.
I mean, last week it wasn't. I don't know.
But they couldn't move the ball. That's the thing. They couldn't move the ball. That's the thing. And I think USC score at will is generous, but this feels like a 51-35 sort of situation for me. I thought that might be the case against Oregon last week, but people are sleeping on Oregon's defense. Like Sean Lewis, they have offensive talent.
So is that your team that's going to win the Pac-12 then? That's who you think is going to win it, you think?
Oregon, yeah. I'll take Oregon right now, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm going to still take USC to cover. Colorado's issues protecting Shedeur, I feel like is just going to be they're a problem, and it's going to continue to catch up to them. And they have no run game existence at this point, so there's really no reason for USC to have to respect the run here, and they can just kind of pin their ears back and go after Shedeur. And with no Travis Hunter, I am down on Colorado after the Oregon game. I just, how badly they got pushed around up front is sticking in my mind, and I don't think it's going to get removed from my mind until they bounce back in a big way and go score some points. Now, could I see them going and scoring 30-35 against USC? Sure, but this USC defense, I still think is a little bit better than it was a year ago, and yeah, I have a hard time thinking Colorado's going to cover here.
I think it's possible that Colorado scores 35 and doesn't cover the spread. Like, I have a very hard time picking against hard time picking against a team that I think can score without being pushed that much. That to me is just, a deal breaker. And I do think that there's a chance, a small chance, that USC's defense is a little bit more improved than, we're giving them credit for too. So, I think that it's possible that Colorado is just at the peak of what it is going to be. It took every ounce of their energy to get to 3-0. They're playing two of the best teams in the conference in back-to-back weeks. Obviously, this one's at home. It's a little bit different, but I think we're just starting to get a key into what Colorado is. And that's not bad. They're a pretty good team, but I think that USC is going to be able to score on every drive. And if they do that, then I don't want to take points. It's just miserable to watch. So we'll see, and enjoy your trip out there. What's it like, by the way, when you land in Denver? Do you go and rent a car and then take a pretty drive up into the mountains?
So Denver, have you been there before, Ari?
Yeah, Denver's airport is 3 hours.
Yeah, the airport
is
ridiculously far east. It sucks. But yeah, the drive.
And there's no mountains there either. That's what's so crazy. It's like when you land at the Denver airport.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm like, did I land in Wichita? Like, what are we doing here? It takes like an hour and a half the other direction to see a mountain.
Yeah. So, but the drive from Denver proper to Boulder up, I forget. I think it's Highway 5. I forget. I've been there enough. I should remember that. But whatever it's called, one of the great drives in the country coming into. I think I said this, but they should put more college campuses at the foot of mountain ranges. Like Boulder is crazy because Boulder, you're like in the mountains.
Are there casinos on the way?
No, there's not, Ari. I'm sorry.
Because there are some casinos on the western side of the city.
Is it legal to gamble in Colorado? I don't actually know.
It is, yes. If you go to Colorado, sign up for some of the free action that you get with BetMGM and take them to the cleaners.
Maybe.
Okay.
I will say the Denver Airport Magic Pan, the crepe, one of my favorite airport foods, I must say.
And here we are with the bad takes on foods here. Go ahead, Dave. Tell us more about the airport crepe.